Today's video is a special request from one of the channel subscribers. Today's video we're going to go through the process to make hot and sour soup. And as you can see on the counter, I have laid out some new ingredients, different ingredients, and I'm going to go through each one and let you know how it's used in the dish. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit on and see how this works. Okay, first off, when you make hot and sour soup, of course you need the soup stock, and you can get a pork roast, which is what we had. And the important thing about that is when you thaw it out, if it's easier to cut these thin little slices of pork that you see on this plate here when it's like semi-frozen, not completely thawed. So that's what I did. I sliced off some thin slices and then ran the knife through it to make these little thin slices of pork to match the rest of the ingredients that go in the hot and sour soup. And then I deboned the pork roast, and this is the bone right here. So the stock that we're going to put in there is this pork bone. I have a couple of chicken bones also, and I'm going to drop a smashed piece of fresh ginger root into the stock pot also, and I'll show you that later. Now the other ingredients that go in this the hot and sour soup, one of them is a new ingredient. This is called, find this in the Asian grocery stores. The English name for it is black fungus, which it's a product that comes from the sea, and you have to reconstitute it in some hot water, which is what I have here in this bowl here. And all these vegetable ingredients are going to go on this plate that you see on the chopping board. So this is a 2.5 ounce package of this. It's already cut in strips to match these bamboo strips. Now these bamboo strips, you can find them in your Asian market, and if you go to the American supermarket and you just get the regular sliced bamboo shoots, which most American supermarkets carry, you just have to go through and slice them. In the Asian markets, they have a lot of these that are already cut in the right strips. I'm going to run the cleaver through these the Chinese name for this is mokyi, or wanyi is a different type of black fungus. It's a little bit smaller, but this is already in strips. Now, also you'll see on the chopping board we have the tofu, and you've seen me slice this tofu sometimes by taking the knife and going down through it. But when you're doing this on your hand, you have to be careful, because when you get close to your hand, you have to be very gentle if you do it this way. You can also do it on the chopping board. Then you place it down and cut. We're going to do strips to match the rest of the ingredients. So we'll go through it like that. And I'll show you how you can, if you're uncomfortable with that, this is the way you do it on the chopping board. Just go through it the same way on your chopping board. And then flatten them down a little bit and go through with your knife, just like if you were cutting julienne strips of carrot or any other vegetable. Of course, with tofu, it's a lot easier. So there you have your main ingredients for this soup. So you have 3, and there is one other ingredient called, English name is called a cloud ear. I left it out this time, it's not going to affect the taste of the dish. So you have the thin strips of pork, you have tofu, you have the mokyi or wanyi slices, and then you have the bamboo strips. So next we're going to put all this together and come up with the soup. And I will show you like how much stock you use.